What's up, Daily Fab Gamers? Thank you so much for watching my stream. Before you jump into this red-hot action, let's review the rules. Don't be a dick. This should go without saying, but better safe than sorry. Chat with me. You know that I can talk at my computer for hours, but it's more fun when my computer talks back. And let's have a good time. I don't mind getting sweaty, but we can have fun while we do it. Use the chat command deck for a link to the list I'm playing here. It's also in the video description. Some of these decks are sick, and you might want to play them in real life. In that case, let me refer you to Hemel from the Bazaar. It's never been more affordable to play in the flesh and blood. Players have been buying the cards they need from Hemel for years. I started buying from him in 2023 and have never found a better deal. The Bazaar's prices are the lowest for singles, full sets, and class sets, including new releases. Super Slam singles and more are available now and ship both domestically and internationally. Use the command Hemel for contact info, then reach out to see what he can do for you. Now settle in and get cozy because the stream begins now. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Thursday. I'm Lupinefiasco. It is a big day for the channel because FAI got support. The rumored FAI support that'll finally push him to Living Legend after 2.5 years post-winning Worlds. Currently, no, Syndra also won a Worlds and is still legal in Classic Constructed, but she's much newer than FAI. FAI, of course, the last hero to win 300 points from winning a World's Championship, and he's still like mid-800s. He's been so bad up until now. What was your reaction to Art of War coming back? I saw it and said, holy shit, this is insane. I need to brew FAI. Immediately threw out the thumbnail for the RKO stream I was going to do today. Put this list together and then realized that it's just Art of War. Like, it didn't occur to me that Art of the Phoenix War is just Art of War. Obviously it's worse in that you can only, there are the 2 modes, +1 and draw 2, and like occasionally, I mean, like 1 out of 1,000 times FAI would actually choose defend from Arsenal, but every once in a while you would choose go again. Here, I'll bring up the card. My YouTube studio is still buffering, so if any of you ever can't, if anything happens, let me know in chat. I can just do Art of War. So this is the new card. FAI, this was spoiled to us yesterday by Michael Yasker. Probably the best person to spoil it, having won the most recent Worlds with Draconic Ninja. So Art of the Phoenix War. 1 cost, Draconic Instant. As an additional cost to play this, discard a Phoenix Flame. Draconic attack action cards you control get +1 power this turn. Draw 2 cards. This is Art of War. For those of you who weren't playing, back when Art of War was legal, this was banned a 1.5 years ago now in the book burning patch, book burning BNR, because Zen was abusing it. So FAI would play 3 of these. Cost 1, generic instant, yellow. There are 2 modes you could choose. 99% of the time you would choose attack action cards you control gain +1 power and +1 defense this turn, and you may banish an attack action card from your hand. If you do, draw 2 cards. Occasionally you would give the next attack action card you play this turn go again. You'd almost never defend from Arsenal, either because Art of War was in your arsenal, or because the card in your arsenal was so close to a card in your hand that you would rather just block from hand anyway. It might be relevant that it's red instead of yellow for red matters cards, and it's draconic for the loyalty card. Yes. So, Art of the Phoenix War is less adaptable than Art of War because it isn't modal. You only ever get the 2 modes that you would choose 99% of the time, but in any strategy game, having more options is better than having less options. It only buffs your draconic attack action cards, which could be relevant. When we start deck building, we're going to see that even though I'm not looking at playing cards like Snatch or Ravenous Rabble or Bittering Thorns that FAI was playing back in the day, we do still have cards like Fire Tenant Strike First, which is a ninja attack action. So it would not get the buff from Art of the Phoenix War. But like Audex brings up, there are two very important pieces of Art of the Phoenix War that can make it situationally better than Art of War. The first is that it's red. Part of why you would occasionally choose to give a card Go Again with Art of War is if you had a hand like Art of War in Arsenal, blue in hand, attack you want to banish, Snatch, Blaze Headlong. Because between Snatch and Blaze Headlong, and let's say like 2 blue Brand with Cinderclaws, you cannot get Go Again with that hand. You cannot turn on the Blaze Headlong Go Again until you play the Snatch. So you would need to give Go Again because otherwise your turn just doesn't work. Like you're pitching a blue Brand with Cinderclaw, you're banishing a blue Brand with Cinderclaw, and if you're in like late game scenario where you need to kill your opponent now, and you don't have your Snapdragon Scalers, or in this case your Dragon Scalar Flight Path, and you draw like double Lava Burst, you just lose the game on the spot. So you would give Go Again. Art of the Phoenix War fixes that weird edge case by being red to turn on Blaze Headlong. The other big upside to Art of the Phoenix War is that even though you are locked into having to use a Phoenix Flame, you discard it, you don't banish it, and that's huge. The big problem with using Art of War early in old school FAI was that the easiest way to do it, and Ellis has referenced this in their book burning patch where they talk about offensive overlap and the ease of FAI specifically playing Art of War, is that you could pick up the Phoenix Flame. You could do a line like Brand with Cinderclaw, Pitch Blue, Searing Emberblade, Blaze Headlong, activate FAI for free, pick up the Phoenix Flame, play Art of War, banish the Phoenix Flame. It was the same thing that Zen was doing with the Crouching Tigers that he'd make from Transcending, or blocking with the boots that I forget the name of, is that you would create the card that you are banishing to Art of War. So that was the easiest use case for FAI, is to pick up a Phoenix Flame and then banish it. The problem with that line is if you only had one Phoenix Flame in your graveyard, you don't have a hero power anymore, and FAI's strength was that he could go the extra chain link wide with a Phoenix Flame to get in 1 or even 2 more points of damage with Tiger Stripe Shuko. It made blocking him very difficult, and when your opponent is sitting at like 3 life, Phoenix Flame for 1 every turn is eventually going to start demanding a full card. But if you banished it to the Art of War, you don't have it anymore, and Art of the Phoenix War gets around that by letting you discard the Phoenix Flame instead of banishing it. So you now can take that same line, Brand with Cinderclaw, well, not Brand anymore, but Ronin Renegade, Searing Emberblade, Blaze Headlong, FAI, Art of the Phoenix War, discard the Phoenix Flame, and then the next turn you still have a Phoenix Flame, or, as we'll see, it combos extremely well with Rise from the Ashes and even Flame Call Awakening, but specifically Rise from the Ashes, which lets you pick up the Phoenix Flame, then discard it to Phoenix War, then activate FAI later in the turn to get it back. So that was the card that we saw yesterday. Art of the Phoenix War is, I think, the card that has all of the old FAI players excited to play FAI again. Fire That Burns Within, obviously very good, but it's not jumping FAI ahead of Syndra in the Draconic Ninja pecking order. Inflame the something or other, whatever the other new one is. Inflame the Firebrand is like fine, and we'll get into why I think it's fine and not great, but excuse me, I'm still coming down from a cold. My last Artian. The big one is Art of the Dragon Phoenix, or Art of the Phoenix War. So this is the FAI list that we're going to be brewing with. And when we're done brewing with it, we're going to take it over to Future Q and Talishar and run a few reps. Just see if the deck functions. I can see him getting enough points during this PQ season. That I don't know about. Actually, what is FAI sitting at? I was thinking the same thing. Blasmafet, that, like, oh, he's so close. It's such an easy hero to pick up. He's definitely going to be... We only have 3 weeks of CC ProQuest. And yeah, he's sitting at 821. Even with a 1.5x modifier, I don't think within 3 weeks he's going to go. Like if he's... Let's say he's picking up, instead of 2.6 points per win, he's picking up a full 4. He's still sitting at 179 points from LL, which means that he needs like... Imagine me trying to do math in my head. 179 divided by 4. He needs 45 wins over 3 weeks. That's 15 wins a week. And the most wins I think any hero got in a single week was like Marionette at 18. I think FAI would have to win a lot. And even with Phoenix War, I don't think he's like that good. So let's start brewing. This is the exact 80 that Ellie Bird brought to Philadelphia Worlds in last November. If you want to know more about the specific sideboard, obviously this list is out of date. It still has 9 brand with Cinder Claws in it, and we're going to address that problem. But if you want to know about the sideboarding, you want to know why Look Tough is in the deck, you want to know when do the 3 Oath of Loyalties come out, what are we doing with the defense reactions, why is Rathe Locals here, what's happening with Warmonger's Diplomacy, I highly encourage you to go watch that video in my archives. I think it's called something like World's 8-1 FAI list. Ellie did extremely well with this FAI list, going 8-1 in the Classic Constructed portion, but we need to make some changes. First of all, there are 9 brand with Cinder Claws here, and that card is illegal. But there's some meta decisions that went into this deck, so we'll just start. Specifically, Blazing Yoroi is here for Syndra, and this, as Ellie detailed, very good against Syndra because Syndra is going to go to Chainlink 4 or higher. Head jab, Blaze Headlong to try to trigger the Mask of Momentum, and you block on Chainlink 2. Syndra flicks a dagger, extends the Chainlink. Or rather, you block on Chainlink 3, Syndra flicks a dagger, extends the Chainlink, plays the finisher, and you block 5. But Syndra is just kind of... She's in the meta. She was the second most winning hero, I want to say, in week 5 of RTN. So she's like around, but she's not nearly as good as she was. And she is pretty much the only hero that you would ever play Blazing Yoroi against. Even in the FAI mirror, FAI can play around this. It's really like Lava Burst and Inflame the Firebrand that say you need to keep your Chainlink past Chainlink 4, past Chainlink 3. I'm gonna bump this down to maybe. I just don't know if we need it. But we're just brewing for now, and as we put the deck through its paces, we might end up making some changes. I also want to see real quick, does this give us an average pitch value of 1.49, and this does include everything? What if I moved some of these down to the inventory? I want to see what Ellie's average pitch value was to know, in just like a 60, to know what I should be aiming for as far as my ratios. So we're looking at, okay, 1.57. So we want about a 1.5 average pitch value, which in theory is going to let us play basically every hand that we could draw. Now just bumping cards down to inventory. How do we feel about Ataya overall? This is the only card, this is the first card that jumps out to me after Yoroi of like, maybe we don't need this anymore because Florian doesn't exist in the meta because he's gone. Thinking about Verdance, thinking about Arachne Marionette, plays a handful of D-reacts, but not enough that we would bring Ataya. Kayo Armed and Dangerous doesn't play any. Acilio isn't going to play any. Based on what's at the top of the meta right now, what I'm predicting for ProQuest, I think we probably don't need Ataya. Is a Phoenix heavy list more of the way to go with the new Phoenix Bannerman stuff? So please, I am fully prepared to eat my words, but I do not think that I think this card is so incredibly bad. I think all of the Phoenix Bannerman cards and 4 Feathers, 1 Crown are all so incredibly bad that this is just a trap. Like, I don't know. We have Flame Call Awakening. Like, we have other ways to get Phoenixes out of our deck and into our graveyard, into our hand, wherever we need them. This card is spend a card to make a Might and get a Phoenix. Like, why are we doing that? Why do we care about this? I think this card is like the worst card that I've ever seen that FAI could play. And you want me to play 4 of them to get a card that is marginally better than Lava Burst? They're like all so bad. I guess the Vigor one is fine, the chest, but like, again, why am I doing that? So you could make the argument, play Phoenix Bannerman because it makes Fire That Burns Within and Art of the Phoenix War better. I still think Phoenix Form is a trap, but here is a piece of advice that I was given back when I played Magic the Gathering that I think is still wildly applicable to Flesh and Blood, which is don't play bad cards to make your good cards better. Art of the Phoenix War and Fire That Burns Within are already so good just on their own. We don't need to play these bad cards to find a Phoenix Flame to fuel those when we already have the best card that fuels Phoenix Flame, which is our hero. I do not think Phoenix Bannermen are good, and I could be totally wrong, but I don't think they're good. These cards are not legal in the Classic Constructed format, so those are pretty easy ones to remove from our deck. Coughs and Sigil of Conductivity. But Sigil just like does the thing that you need it to do. Like Sigil plays a couple of roles in Acilio, and you can always just discard it if it's not good in your hand or in the current game. We can't discard Phoenix Bannerman. We're going to move Tide Flippers down to the inventory. I don't know if we're going to keep it because we can go through and start taking... We'll just add the good cards from Compendium. The best one for Arcane Barrier being Mask of the Swarming Claw. This goes in our inventory. It's just... We actually might not play this card anymore. So this would have been great for Kano. But we're probably not playing this into Verdance, because into Verdance, she's going to be sending enough physical damage and it's going to have to block. Like, we'll get more value out of Mask of the Pouncing Lynx against Verdance, so we actually probably don't play Swarming Claw. The question then is, are we even bothering with AB2 against Verdance, or are we just sticking with AB1? Because we do have double Cross Trap that we could play. We get to keep our head, which is Pouncing Lynx. We get to keep our gloves, which is Tiger Stripe Shuko, both of which are getting us more value than we would get from, like, Null Rune gloves. Double Cross Trap is interesting because we can always break it if we really need to, like if we're trying to kill Verdance and we just need that resource for a Fire That Burns Within or a Mounting Anger, or like we need to pay for a sword somehow, like we Fire That Burns Within to draw a Flame Call Awakening, to play a Flame Call Awakening, to find a Phoenix Flame, to play a Mounting Anger, and then we double Cross Trap, pitch Phoenix Flame, Ember Blade. Like, there are ways that we could get value from Cross Trap. The problem with Cross Trap and playing AB2 against Verdance, if we don't have Tunic, is that we're only ever turning a blue into 2. We're never able to turn a blue and a Tunic into 4. So maybe we do just AB1 and it's like, fine. AB2 would let us pitch a blue into Burn Bear Waning Moon though, so I think Cross Trap is in the inventory, Crab Mask is not, specifically because of Kano. 4 Feathers, 1 Crown should have been blue and attack 0. That would have been more interesting. But even then, I think the Bannermen are just bad. Crab Mask is interesting. We're going to come back to that. Okay, what else? So this is just our equipment loadout, which, perfect. These are all the good cards. As far as cards in our deck, right, we're adding the new things. Set Compendium of Rathe. Do Draconic. Search, because all the good cards are Draconic. This is a Fang headpiece. We don't need this. This is a Sage chest that we don't need. Art of the Dragon, Art of Phoenix War goes in the deck. Inflame the Firebrand goes in the deck. I'm not 100% on this card yet. This is one that I need to test. Fire That Burns Within definitely goes in the deck. And because we were playing Fire That Burns Within and Art of the Phoenix War, we are also playing one of my old favorites that ended up getting cut from the list eventually because it just didn't, it was like okay but not great, is Rise from the Ashes. Rise from the Ashes is kind of replacing our brand with Cinderclaw as like, it's a 0 for 3 and sometimes you get more bonuses from it. But what is specifically good about Rise from the Ashes is the way that it interacts with Fire That Burns Within and Art of Phoenix War. So let's talk about Fire That Burns Within. The best use case for this is a 3-card hand. You play your Draconic starter, you pitch a blue, you attack with the Ember Blade, you play Fire That Burns Within. Fire That Burns Within hits the combat chain. The attack trigger says, discard a Phoenix Flame. If you do, draw a card and this gets +2. You respond to your own attack trigger by activating FAI because Fire That Burns Within is on the combat chain. FAI is free to activate. You pick up the Phoenix Flame, you discard the Phoenix Flame after Fire's attack trigger resolves. You draw a card, Fire attacks for 4 with Go Again. Hopefully the card you drew is good and playable. Even just another head jab let you send a 3-card 13, which is well above rate. But you missed a point of damage from the Phoenix Flame, and you also were very reliant on the top card of your deck being good and playable. That same turn, you could have the top card of your deck as like a Mounting Anger or an Oath of Loyalty or something, you know, Rowdy Local, something that you just, it's fine, but you couldn't really plan your turn around it. And maybe you had a 4-card hand that had like, I don't know, something that you were going to stick in your arsenal, and now you have 2 cards that you want to stick in your arsenal, whatever. Where you couldn't plan the turn, and you also lost the point from Phoenix Flame, and you also probably lost your point from Shuko. So where Fire That Burns Within and Art of the Phoenix War become much better is when you can start your turn by picking up your Phoenix Flame without using your FAI activation, discard the Phoenix Flame to Fire That Burns Within on Chain Link 1, then be able to pick up your Phoenix Flame later. So let's imagine you have a 3-card hand of Ronin Renegade Blue, Fire That Burns Within, and the top card of your deck is Lava Burst. You do your whole 3-card 10, you draw the Lava Burst, you go for 5, you've dealt a 3-card 15. That's really, really good. You're super up. Let's instead say that Fire That Burns Within, your hand is Rise from the Ashes, Blue, Fire That Burns Within. Play Rise from the Ashes, pick up your Phoenix Flame, pitch your blue, play Fire That Burns Within. You were sending 7 with Go Again into draw a Lava Burst into... No, this hand doesn't make sense. There's a better example of this. Anyway, trust that I'm right, even if I cannot properly explain it to you here. It works much better with a 4-card hand. Anyway, same goes for Art of the Phoenix War. This one is a little more upfront, where if you were going to go for a free FAI activation, if you're going to like Ronin Renegade, pitch blue, Ember Blade, Blaze Headlong, activate FAI, pick up the Flame, play Art of the Phoenix War, discard the Flame, you have missed a point of damage from the Art of the Phoenix War because the Ronin Renegade didn't get the +1. But if you get to go Rise from the Ashes, Art of Phoenix War, discard the Phoenix Flame, now the Ronin Renegade in this situation would get +1. You'd also get to pick up a Phoenix Flame later in the turn to send an extra 2 damage. So those are all of the new cards, right? Phoenix War, Fire That Burns Within. We're testing Inflame. I think where Inflame is going to be good is for the 4th chain link specifically. I think you'll get some fringe value out of turning all of your attacks Draconic. But like I said, we're really only playing Salt the Wound and Fire Tenant Strikes First as our non-Draconic cards. Everything else, and like Rowdy Locals. Everything else in our deck is either Draconic or gets pitched. It does have some use with Dragon Power. It's kind of it. It like maybe fixes some Oath of Loyalty turns, but for the most part, I think where we really want to use Inflame is either on Chainlink 2 as like it's an extender, or Chainlink 4 where it is Mini Lava Burst with Go Again. So these are the cards we're adding. We're at 85 out of 80, so I have to start cutting some things. Easy cut is going to be a blue because we just put in Rise from the Ashes. So what are the worst blues in our deck? The worst blues in our deck are probably Mounting Anger and Cinderskin Devotion, but I'm actually cutting Warmonger's Diplomacy. And where Warmonger's Diplomacy gets cut, not that I necessarily think that Warmonger's is a bad card. I think with Acilio getting as much support as he got, Warmonger's is okay into Acilio. Like, it's fine. You can disrupt his big combo turn because he can't attack and spell you in the same combo. Dying. People are talking about Dash.io as a counter to Acilio. Warmonger's is very good against Dash.io. So it could be that we want Warmonger's to stay in the deck. But where I think Warmonger's is going to be bad is that we are now playing Fire That Burns Within. We do have random draws off the top of our deck, and there are going to be situations where that might stick you with this Warmonger's, that you're stuck with an arsenal. And like, let's say you're not playing against a Dio or an Acilio. Let's say you're playing the FAI Mirror or against Syndra, and you draw a Warmonger's Diplomacy. This card does absolutely nothing against either of those heroes. I think there are just... He can shock you, but like, if the Acilio's big combo is like, here's a bunch of Gone in the Flashes Mind Warp, here's a bunch of Gone in the Flashes etchings. You can't do that. It is more than nothing against Acilio, but it is exactly nothing against Syndra and FAI. And if you're like stuck with this card in your arsenal for some reason, or you just draw it and you're like, here's a Warmonger's, I guess. I think there are going to be too many times where the Warmonger's is just strictly worse than like Rowdy Locals that might hit for 4, or Cinderskin that is at least an extender from your arsenal. Need to cut some more cards. Is Flame Call better now? I feel like it was on the cusp similar to Rise. I think Flame Call is better, and what I'm debating is playing Flame Call in the main board because we have Fire That Burns Within and Phoenix War. There are just going to be enough situations where you do want to have the second Phoenix Flame, or like you can work with you drew a Phoenix Flame and you're sad about it, but you can still make it do a thing. So like these could probably just go in the deck and we have to decide what we're going to cut. As far as bringing ourselves down below 80, we need to make a call of what are we doing with Look Tough? This is here specifically for Prism and like Jarl, where playing against Jarl, it's a 3 for 7. FAI plays 15 blues. You can always just pitch a blue, send Look Tough for 7, so like you get some play out of it. It's a big popper against Prism. It's an 8-power popper, so you can not only pop a Herald of Triumph, but you can also pop a Herald of Triumph that has been Victoria'd? The Pop Halo, find the Figment, Triumph. Sorry, the Triumph Figment. Give all of the opposing attacks -1. Look Tough pops a Triumph. I mean, it pops anything, but pops a Triumph. But like, I don't think this is necessarily a good meta for Prism, and I also think that with the ally changes, Prism is like worse anyway. So I think we can just put Look Tough in the maybe. Like, we'll come back to it at some point, maybe. Which brings us to 79, so we even have cards now that we can put back in. But we're at 63 in the main board. Let's think about what we don't always want. What is a situational card? I think Salt the Wound is always in, because we're only ever on Mask of the Pouncing Lynx. I liked Ellie's point about Compounding Anger being Lava Burst to number 4. The problem we're kind of getting with FAI is like, he just has a bunch of good playable cards. There is a world, and I think that world is like Arachne specifically, where we would not mainboard Art of the Phoenix War. Call Will, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the common tier. I'm going to rename that at some point because no one wants to pay to be common. Call Will, you now get access to all of the Lupinefiasco channel emotes. It's these ones, and you can also just spam them. Like, use 100 in a message. You can do that. No one else can except for you. If you want to spam like Call Will, and you want the awesome, if you want to K-Pog this Art of Phoenix War, become a subscriber. So against Marionette, we're probably not playing Phoenix War because it doesn't block. It also asks you for a lot against a hero that is likely to disrupt you. Like, we didn't used to play Art of War against Bravo, so I could see Phoenix War being in the inventory. If Phoenix War is in the inventory, then Flame Call Second Phoenix Flame is in the inventory. I don't know if Oath of Loyalty is ever in the inventory. So this was a card that Ellie talked about where between Oath of Loyalty and Look Tough, you would put your Oath in the inventory against Prism because there were too many options of hands that would have an Oath and a Look Tough in them and then just not really function. But I don't know that I can think of another situation where I would want Oath of Loyalty in the inventory. So that one might stay. Blaze Headlong always in, Compounding always in, Display always in, Inflame is always in, Fire Tenant, Fire that Burns Within, Hot on Their Heels, Ignite, Lava Burst, Man. Like, there are a lot of cards here that just, I guess Spreading Flames would be the other one, that we're probably not playing Flames all the time. Just thinking of cards that we didn't used to always play in FAI. So that brings us to 54. We can always board in 3 cards now. So against Fatigue, against like Big Guardian, we could go up to 66 and have like the super combo package. We can always bring in Phoenix War and Flame Call Awakening. I feel like if we're playing Phoenix War and Flame Call package, we also want Spreading Flames. Like, I think Rake is probably the one that we're not bringing in all the time. But surely even against like a Syndra, we're gonna have time to set up a Spreading Flames Phoenix War or a Spreading Flames Flame Call. So I feel like of these cards, we're looking for a cut. We're looking for something that we say, yeah, this doesn't need to be in the deck all the time. This is like marginally okay. We'll play it in certain matches, but not others. And I'm really just not seeing it. So maybe this is okay. Maybe this is just what we're doing. I feel like against Rising Resentment and Mounting Anger were always my least favorite cards. I didn't play FAI that much, even though, so I might be wrong. Rising Resentment is in the deck because it's just a 0-for-3 Draconic go-again attack. Like, Rising Resentment is always here because it just says you get to do this Pitch Blue Emberblade. Like, between Rising Resentment, Ronin Renegade, and Brand with Cinderclaw, rest in peace, you just never cut them. Like, they're just being FAI. Same thing with Syndra. Just like prices you into playing Rising Resentment. Maybe Mounting does get cut because we have Fire that Burns Within. That's not a bad idea. Not inventory. We're going to maybe you. Maybe you, which means that, yeah, the 51 is okay. So now we can do Spreading Flames, Phoenix War, Flame Call Awakening in the same package. Too many 1 costs with the new cards. What is our average pitch value right now? It's about the 1.5, and we are about the same on 1 costs. We cut a Mounting Anger to put in Fire That Burns Within. But yeah, Phoenix War and Spreading Flames are going to make us much more resource heavy. What if we do... What happens when we put in Phoenix War, Flame Call, and Spreading Flames? Could 3 Phoenix Flame 5 be viable with the new cards? It's possible. 1.42, that might be a little low. So we might need... I know what we might need, and I don't want to do it. Rise from... I don't want to play yellow cards in my deck. I don't want to play yellow Rise from the Ashes, but it might just be good enough. Maybe we just do like 2 of them. Ugh, this card is so ass. That's probably a sideboard card, honestly. And then Fate Foreseen in the inventory. I don't want to play 3 Phoenix Flames because I don't want to draw Phoenix Flames. I can be okay with drawing a Phoenix Flame. The problem is Flame Call, when you're finding, like when you tutor your Phoenix Flame with Flame Call, Phoenix Flame is like the best. That's such a cool line because there's so much you can do with the Phoenix Flame that you tutored. When you draw a Phoenix Flame, it's the worst card in your deck. You just drew a 0 power attack. Like, that's so bad. And it also is now, if you play it, it's now in your graveyard. So you have to then, like, you can never tutor it again. You have to somehow find it. Like, it's so bad. Combo 5 probably uses Become the Bottle. If you want to go all in on this dumbass combo to play your 0 for 5 that has to hit, knock yourself out. But I am not trying to Phoenix Form combo people. It, like, all of your style points, it's so bad. Phoenix Form has like never been good. Phoenix Form was only at its best when you got to do second mode, Lava Burst with Go Again. Man, it's so bad. All right. Why did I just do everything that I just did? I put in 2 Fate Foreseens because I want 8D react for Arachne. I'm going to want to do a bunch of defense reactions for Marionette. We're at 62 with those 2 Rise from the Ashes yellow I just put in. Yeah, Better Men cards are so ass. I do not want to play the Bannermen. They're so bad. Current pitch value is 1.44, but I'm not playing as many 1 costs. I mean, I'm at 62 cards, so... We also have Compounding Anger in here, which is probably throwing off our ratios. But... Alright, what have I been... Okay, inventory. Second Phoenix Flame in the inventory. Yellow Rise in the inventory. Spreading Flames. Phoenix War. That brought us to the 51. That's where I wanted to be. Which 9 cards am I ever bringing in? The Double Fate kind of makes this awkward. Is the Ponder one good enough? I don't think any of them are good enough. I think they are all bad cards. Maybe 3 Spreading Flames is too much. Maybe I'm only ever bringing in 2 Spreading Flames because I also have Phoenix War. Maybe I'm never bringing in Spreading Flames because I have Rake Over the Coals. But I also feel like I want the Draconic Chain Links if I'm trying to, like, if I don't have a Rise from the Ashes and I need to, like, hard pick up my Phoenix Flame for Phoenix War. I'd rather have the Chain Links from Spreading Flames. Am I ever bringing in Spreading Flames, Phoenix War, and Rake Over the Coals in the same time? I don't think so. I think that's like, that's such a specific hand of like Spreading Flames, Rise from the Ashes, blue, Phoenix War, Rake Over the Coals that then needs to draw more attacks or else I just don't do anything. Also, Phoenix War does not buff our Emberblade, which is a huge deal. Overcrowded for Codex counter. I don't like Overcrowded. I'm gonna be real with you. I know that card is like way too expensive in cold foil. I don't like it. It's so, like, you need to have it in grave when they Codex you. And if you ever draw it, it's like not good. FAI is not really making tokens. We have exactly display loyalty to make fealty, so I'm never powering it up. I'm totally reliant on my opponent to power it up for me. So I think the rate cut is right. I think Overcrowded is not quite good enough. We're at 12 blues currently. What if I brought in more blues? I'm at that 1.5-ish pitch that I'm looking for, so I probably don't need more blues. Although I am blue light after cutting Blue Brand and Warmongers and only putting in Blue Rise, so I guess I do need more blues, which says it could just be Warmongers again. Fuck it. This is unrelated, but cooking up Pummel Gravy and Sage is so much fun. Try Pummel Scurv instead. You're all a bunch of sickos. So that brings us to 54. We're boarding in 6 cards at a time, which is what? Phoenix War Flame Call. Phoenix War Flame Call, Rise from, Spreading. There's like weird tension now between Rise from and Spreading. Well, we probably don't need the Rise. The Rise from were only here because my pitch count was low because I was missing some blues. So we probably just put these back in the board, which means Spreading Flames can go back in. So I'm bringing in Spreading Flames, Phoenix War Flame Call. I'm bringing in Fate Foreseen, Shelter Sink. There are 3 cards in my deck that don't need to be in my deck. If you don't like Warmonger, how about Ripple Away? I don't think Ripple Away is good enough. We could cut the Warmongers for Overcrowded. My problem with Overcrowded is like, yeah, it's good into the Codex, but it's also just a block 2, and Warmongers is at least a block 3. I'm trying to get to a point. Why I'm stressing over this is I'm trying to get to a point where sideboarding is just like, I like additive sideboarding. So I'm at 54 out of 60 where I'm only ever boarding in 6 cards and I know exactly what those 6 cards are. It's like Flame Call, Spreading Flames, Flame Call, Phoenix War, Phoenix War, Spreading Flames, Sink Shelter. In this case, I would need to cut 2 cards for Fate Foreseen, which in my head, I'm like compounding Salt the Wound, because if I'm bringing in 8D React, I'm playing against Marionette, and Marionette might not let me get to Chainlinks for compounding or Salt the Wound. But I'm playing Pouncing Links, and if I'm playing Pouncing Links, I think I want Salt the Wound, but I guess I have Lava Burst. So we do inventory, that brings us to 52, which means I can bring in 8 cards in any given matchup. So Marionette is the 8D Reacts. Everything else, we just bring in Salt Compounding. Drawing Warmonger off the Art of War would feel bad. We can pitch it though. Like, that would be the turn where I break Flight Path to give my Emberblade another attack. Blue Rise is fine because Blue Rise is good in the way that Blue Orb Weaver was good in Marionette. It's a blue when you need it to be a blue, and it is pick up a Phoenix Flame for your Dragon, Phoenix War or Fire That Burns Within when you need it to be that. Yellow Rise is a card I don't want to play. Loyalty Beyond the Grave, better for a 2 of D-React. I don't want it to be 2, I want it to be 3. If I was going to do... Because, like, it's fine that the third one just blocks 3. You just need to see the effect. You actually need to see Loyalty Beyond the Grave. What if we did play Loyalty? What if we did... Who are we bringing 6 D-Reacts for that isn't Marionette? It's like we can cut the Fate for Scenes for Loyalty Beyond. Put 3 of these in our inventory. Are we ever bringing... We're bringing the 8 D-Reacts for Marionette. Are we ever bringing more than 3 D-Reacts for anyone else? Like, should we cut Sink Below? Should Sink Below be our 2 of? Because we want 3 shelters for the flick prevention. This deck is in the stream currently. I believe the deck command brings up this link. It's also in the description of the stream. Well, it should just, if we're bringing in, it should be 2 shelters. As much as we want the effect, the 3 D-Reacts I'm bringing into like most people is going to be Sink Below. And if I'm bringing 6 into anyone that isn't Marionette, it would just be Loyalty Beyond. So this is fine. We're at 78 cards. My sideboarding currently makes sense of into Marionette, I bring 8 D-Reacts. Into aggro races, I bring Compounding, Salt, Flame Call, Phoenix Flame, Phoenix War. Spreading Flames is here. I don't think I'm ever trying to do like the big Spreading Flames Phoenix War attack. We could try it, but I think that's really here for Jarl, where I'm playing 63 cards. So if I need 2 cards to round out my 80 before we just start jamming games to see what happens. Dash.io still on 3 reacts? I think so. I don't think FAI can play a fatigue game into Dio. I'd probably play 6. I'd bring Loyalty Sync. Maybe I wouldn't. I feel like I have to race Dio. What if we put Yoroi back in for possible Syndra? Because she's popular. What if we put in Ataya for Gravy Bones and Verdance? There's also this that Ellie talked about and found that it wasn't good enough, but if we're expecting FAI and Syndra to be represented in the meta, then we could just bring Quick Dodge. But Quick Dodge just says we're not playing our game, we're playing their game, and I think that's bad. So what if we just put Ataya in as like, whatever, old reliable, that can get us there. It's like fine. I don't think we stick with Ataya because I think Verdance is not going to be highly represented, and she's the only deck where I really want Ataya. But let's just jam it. I want to get some games. We got to start just getting games with the deck. Jesus Christ. I hope this doesn't... We could bring Bells for Basilio. I hope that... Okay. I'm going to switch scenes. I hope it doesn't break the stream. If it does, it was really fun seeing all of you, but I will hopefully see you all on the other side of my broken ass OBS. Hey, we made the swap. Made the swap. Scene's still healthy. Race Ace is better for Acilio. Yeah, but I don't know that I want to play 2-cost attacks. Profile. Add deck. Your FAI. Go here. Future class constructed public. Create game. Yay, we're doing it. I'm still not sure on AB2 for Verdance, but that's something to try. See you in Valhalla. You'll see me in, we made it, we're doing it. Do I really care for Tunic Resource over Temper 2 Flame Scale? I do. I care about Tunic Resource a lot because Tunic Resource is going to pay for Phoenix War or Fire That Burns Within on an all-red hand. Tunic Resource says that I get to do like Ronin Renegade, Tunic, Fire That Burns Within, pick up Phoenix Flame, discard, Blaze Headlong, Lava Burst. Like I just get... Excuse me, Dorinthea, you were choosing to go first against me? That's a deal. Dorinthea that wants to go first, I would assume, is playing some kind of, like, Decimator build. But what if I just tried to kill her? We could do this and play no D-React and just totally disrespect her. Hell yeah. Oh, she is on the Dawnblade. I think Dorinthea should not have gone first. I actively want to go second in this. So the old Dorinthea FAI matchup just said that whoever went second is like highly favored in the game. Because I get to just do this. And like, if she is twinning Glint, then I just get blown out. You've given it Dawnblade, or you've given it Go again. And she's, and like, okay. Yeah, I start the game at 34, but the Dawnblade has no counters, and Dory has no arsenal. Like, this is fine, and then I get to present the first piece of damage. Ooh, I get to do the no. Okay, so this hand just does 10 and then Arsenal's fire. Alright. Maybe she just wanted you to cut D-React. Am I going to try the Bannerman cards? I think the Bannerman cards are very bad. I think the Bannerman cards are, like, unplayably bad. I don't... It's a 1-card 1 based on whatever token I made that finds the worst card in my deck. I could break Pouncing Links for Ignite, and I'm not going to do that because that's bad. Playing Hot on Their Heels. So this is the tech that Ellie introduced me to. This is just an extender in our deck. We have absolutely no marked synergy. But what Hot on Their Heels does is it says, you, meta player, player who is extremely used to Syndra in the meta, knows that Syndra, Draconic Ninja marking you is bad. So let me block this. I loved Ellie's argument for Hot on Their Heels as the, if you need a Lava Vein loyalty in your deck, play this one. Because players are so used to blocking it. Of like, Syndra can't be allowed to mark you, so FAI probably also can't be allowed to mark me. But we don't care about mark. It could be anything. But specifically the fact that CC players are used to blocking Hot on Their Heels. And we got armor out of Dorinthea to block an attack that we don't care about. And then we Phoenix Flame for 1, and that's just our turn. And they jam armor, exactly, it's a Psyops. We don't care about that. And I have to imagine Dorinthea would rather have armor and be at 30 here. Like, this is great. We're super up. Sharpen Steel for 6. She can break Refraction Bolters to give this Go again, but like, I don't care. This hand is interesting. So, here's where Rise from the Ashes becomes really interesting because we also have Ignite. So I could play Rise, pick up my Phoenix Flame, Ignite for 3 Go again, Fire that Burns Within, discard the Phoenix Flame, draw a card. We don't get to attack with our Ember Blade. I mean, I'm not blocking this. We don't get to attack with our Ember Blade, but we could also just pitch Rise. We could Ignite, Ember Blade, pay 1 resource, float 2. Okay. Give it Go again. Hello, everyone. There's 103 of you here right now. That's pretty cool. Second Dawnblade is coming in for 5. Okay, I can't really stop that. So she's going to get a counter. I think I'm putting my Flight Path in front of this. This might be a turn where I want to Flight Path the Ember Blade. The problem is we're a resource off of using the Tunic to like Ignite, Ember Blade, Fire, break, Tunic, Ember Blade. Definitely taking this damage. The Dawnblade is getting a counter. We get... how much value if I pitch this Rise? I think pitching the Rise is gonna be worth it to pick up the Phoenix Flame and then play Fire That Burns Within instead of rising for it. If this was a red Rise, then for sure. But as it is, I think we're on Ignite first, and I might be, depending on what I draw, I might think about breaking my flight path. I think you should diffuse with Lava Vein to insulate yourself from Hunter or Hunted. No, my Ember Blade. I guess that would have influenced my decision. Remembering that Kabuto exists. Yeah, I should have done this differently. I'm not going to undo it now. This is my mistake, so. But yes, I should have led with the Rise knowing that I could be Kabuto'd. Jesus. Yeah, that decision might have just cost me this game. I should have sequenced this differently. I should have played the Rise. Actually, I want to undo because I want to get it right, but that was on me for just forgetting that Dory could actually play this shit card. Suggest that she refreshes the page. We get a whole last card. Another Hot on their heels. Let's see if she wants to disrespect it, or if she's going to overly respect to this one. Get a bunch of armor for this. I'm actually... yeah, this turn is really bad because I didn't play around the Kabuto. Yeah, we're just going to do this. This is a low-value line and might be wrong. This might just be compounding my misplay. But I do want to sit on this Fire That Burns Within, considering that we're going to have a Tunic next turn. Cool. So I do get to... I mean, we're taking damage here. This is going to be a pretty big turn for us. Rise from, Tunic, Fire. I can Ember Blade, Compounding Anger, Flight Path, Lava Burst. Like, I have a... I could break Links, possibly. Really interesting stuff that I can do. But yeah, the Dawnblade is out of control. I think last turn... I mean, we'll see. This is about to be a big turn, but I think it might be too late. With the Dawnblade on 2 counters and 2 Vigor. Last turn was very bad for me. Getting that wrong. I don't need to Tunic. I'm not going to play this Devotion. I cannot use double Lava Burst. But I can sit on my Pouncing Links for next turn. So I can... Fire That Burns Within. Breaking Links doesn't do anything for me. The best card for me to find would be Ignite. But I already need to break my Flight Path for the fact that I have 3 finishers is also very bad. Like, I really need to not have 3 finishers in this hand. Otherwise, I would think about, like, Links for Ignite, break Flight Path, give the Ember Blade another attack. Yeah, this is a Shoes turn. We're going to break Shoes on the Compounding Anger. I'm going to pick up my Flame and then Lava Burst. No. I wish I could get anything with links. Like, I wish I had a way to get these 2 lava bursts out. I mean, maybe we're not dead to whatever Dory's got cooking, but I assume we're dead. Unsheathed. All right. It's coming in for 11. How much can I block? I can block 10 from hand. No, we're pretty dead here. We're pretty dead. Don't block the first one. Trodlong Dawnblade, it has go. Oh, this is Command and Conquer? Block with those 2 and flame. Yeah, all right. Sure. She got us. She drew very well, and I punted that first turn. 18.67 from Dorinthea. That's a hard one for me to win. But I definitely punted that turn, not playing around the, the Kabuto, her dumb one. How did the deck feel, though, from turn to turn? It felt good. Like, every turn cycle was playable. I talked about pitching the Rise from the Ashes for the Emberblade, which is wrong. But if I don't do that, if I correctly realize that I'm going to get Kabuto'd on that turn, and yeah, the hat got too much value. If I play the Rise from, like, every hand functioned. We never had a problem converting hands. Deck didn't block very well, but I also didn't put in any of my D-reacts to try and block well. I could have played around the helmet. Like, that's really where I'm at. Like, yeah, the helmet got so much value there, but I fucked up. I could have navigated differently. I don't think there are too many finishers. Like, we clunked up. That was a huge problem. But I don't think there are too many finishers. I think we just happen to draw poorly. Against RKO, we want to go second. Keep the same board. He's going to give us a little space. I don't think we want D-reacts against RKO. I think we're just doing the same plan that I did last game. I could bring Ataya over Warmongers. That seems reasonable. This is a deck with defense reactions in it. This is a functional hand of cards. Yeah, sometimes the deck just doesn't draw right. You got a 4, so this is coming in for 10. So I just put my entire hand in front of this. Which is sad because this hand was sweet. Funny seeing line crossers in CC, because I see this in Sage all the time. Okay. So we thankfully have a blue. I don't get to do the cool thing with fires that burns within. I get to do the, like, okay thing with fires. We're just going to be Ronin into Emberblade, into Fire, activate FAI. Discard the Phoenix Flame. Depending on what I draw, either play the Lava Burst or I Arsenal it. I am pretty resilient to Fleshbag here. Whichever one of these gets banished, I still have a turn. How's FAI going? We are 0-1 so far, but I think that is in large part to a misplay from me last game. We lost to a Dorinthea. Line crosses is actually cracked when you're forced to go first. That's true. This Rowdy Locals is a little sad. If I play the Rowdy Locals and it hits, I discard the Lava Burst. I think I'm just arsenaling the Rowdy Locals. Oh shit, I didn't realize that Shuko is triggered off of Fire that burnt, because Fire is base 2. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I didn't think about that. All right. Get out of here, Mask. Right, never mind. Fire's so fucking good. Command and Conquer, but I want my arsenal. This hand is not good, right? What am I doing? Play Rise From, pick up a Phoenix Flame. Yeah, this hand sucks. What if I just let the CNC hit? I don't think that's good. What if I block like this? Is that anything? I probably just send Compounding for 5. What if I block with these two? I do play Rise From, pick up a Flame, send the Flame, send the Ember Blade. This hand sucks. I can absolutely race Dory. That Dory drew very well. That Dory did 18.5 value per turn. That's not normal Dory numbers. This hand just sucks. I guess this is the best way for me to use this hand. And I think I'm on just send Compounding. Like, Kayo has the leathers to block the Rowdy Locals. If Kayo had 1 less point of armor, then I would have just sent Locals there. I mean, the Dory did snowball. I punted a turn. All I'm saying is that Dory drew extremely well. Ooh, we're gonna have the first action of your turn. Okay. You are the first action of my turn, which means I cannot start with Phoenix War because I would need to play the Rise From first. So I need to... I feel like I kind of don't care about this. Like, this is fine. I don't super need this Rowdy Locals. What is my turn? I'm going to play Oath of Loyalty, close the chain, Rise From, Tunic, Phoenix War. This Rowdy Locals is just taking up space. I'm not going to... My hand does not protect the Rowdy Locals, and even if it did, I don't do anything. So we're going to start with Oath. You fleshbag Phoenix War. All right. You fleshbag Phoenix War. So I can display loyalty. Tunic, FAI, Phoenix Flame, Close Chain, Rise From, Phoenix Flame. I could also, that gets me, I get 3 out of this. Playing Rise From into Phoenix Flame, Tunic, Phoenix Flame, Rise gets me 5 extra damage this turn. Or I only get 3 extra damage, but I keep my Tunic. I think I'm trying to put Kayo lower than me, so I do need to just push. I just need to try to get either cards or life out of Kayo. And I'm going to be fine with this Phoenix War just in my arsenal. Like, I should draw a blue. No. And then Phoenix Flame comes in for 4. This is my Shuko trigger. D-react? Oh, we got there. Okay, cool. No. We did get the Flesh Bag, which like really does open the door for this Phoenix War to be good. All right, it's gonna be our first time playing Phoenix War, unless I get CNC'd again. This hand functions. You're gonna do discard thing. Big bully me? You're not at lower life and you haven't been booed, so you're kind of hurting for options here. Oh, sure, this thing? Sure. You're gonna sneaky prick into... Jesus, what a turn. Blue. Damn it. You're gonna sneaky prick into swing big? What a line. I wish I had a Tunic resource. This was a bad hand to not have a blue. Yeah, Tunic swing big. You're... Jesus. It's the 3rd CNC, for fuck's sake. Well, I can protect it. This is where Phoenix Ward being red, not yellow, is going to hurt me because I cannot pitch it to Emberblade, which I would like to be. It could always be Big Bully if they go up on life, or it could just be the best fucking turn that I've ever seen from Kayo Underhanded cheat. I mean, Jesus Christ. All right, this hand maybe does something. God, and you have the looking for a scrap? Why couldn't I draw like this when I was playing Kayo? Huh? Y'all remember those games from 2 weeks ago? Why didn't my games go like this? What are we doing? I mean, Jesus Christ. Blue. This is so brutal. RKO got a lot of choice. RKO has just rolled a 4 and a 5. RKO just keeps drawing cards. Okay. The next Draconic card you play or activate. So we are going to go... I never rolled scabs. I never got an opportunity to roll scabs. The Circuit Prick doing a lot of work. That's for sure. The Snarky Prick absolutely put in work in this game so far. So I am playing the Rising Resentment. I'm playing the Ignite. My plan is then to activate FAI. I could take an interesting line where I break Pouncing Links to find another Phoenix Flame, assuming I hit. Common KO ADL. That wasn't on Armed and Dangerous, Nico. I'm talking about my KO Underhanded cheat turns were like never this good. I was never rolling 4s and 5s with levers. All right, so we're gonna activate FAI. I get to do that for free. We're gonna play Phoenix War. We're gonna draw. That's kind of interesting. So we pick up the Rise from the Ashes. What an interesting turn. I can close the chain. Pouncing Links is for the turn. Spin did roll scabs in winning positions, which means they are just him. All right. Okay. All right. Everyone relax. Let's think. I can Pouncing Links for Phoenix. I can Pouncing Links for a Phoenix Flame so that I can Phoenix War with the Rise from the Ashes. I could also close the chain, play the Rise from the Ashes, pick up my Phoenix Flame, Phoenix War. I feel like I am supposed to do that. I think I'm supposed to Pouncing Links for Ignite, so that I close chain, play Rise, play Ignite. Ignite discounts the Phoenix War. I think that's the line. Oh, Pouncing does banish Phoenix Flame. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Austin. All right, close the chain. Rise from. Ignite. No, Art of War is, or Phoenix War is for the turn, not for the chain. That's why I had to check. Pouncing Links, Phoenix War is for the turn, Pouncing Links is for the turn. All right, I need extenders. The thing I love about RKO is I'm not too sad when I roll a 1. I'm okay passing and blocking 4. I usually have a D-React or instant to put in Arsenal. I would love nothing more than for my KO opponent to have a handful of D-Reacts while I have my Ataya effect active. Hello, opponent. Opponent, please. I'm trying to kill you with my massive double Art of War turn. Oh, rip. That's sad. I mean, it's still a 1 for 4. What am I doing now? Emberblade is my lowest value attack this turn. So we're going to come in with... Jeez, what an awkward hand. I wish one of these cost 0 so that I could possibly Arsenal the other one. I think we're coming in with... Mounting Anger next. Oh, I could Boots here. I could Boots here. I think I'm just playing, yeah, I'm just playing out the hand. I wish that fire could get its trigger, but this is still fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get to Boots the Emberblade and then come in with the Lava Burst. A buffing sword is awkward, but the thing to remember, even with old Art of War, it wouldn't have been buffed. I also I'm presenting lethal this turn, so I'm going to get more cards out of KO. And even if KO just puts his hand on the table, like, I have stabilized the game. My Tunic is going to be up next turn. I have a fealty to bail me out of, like, a weird Oath of Loyalty draw. I kind of suspect that this is a D-React, and that the Ataya did catch the KO here. What a hand of cards. Well, you're going to outside interference for like a Mocking Blow, and I'm going to block it. So, I got that going for me, which is nice. Fix the match. When this attacks, search your deck for a card, shuffle, put it on top. Whenever your hero defends this clash, the winner creates a Might token. I feel like I'm just not blocking this. This hand gets to do Flamecall Awakening, Pitch Warmongers, Emberblade, pitch Dragon Power to FAI, Phoenix Flame, Fealty Dragon Power, so I'm just not blocking. Alright, we found the, like, mega blue turn. How big is this guy's sideboard? Big as anyone else's, Nico. Flame Call here, definitely awkward. Oh, shit. That's not good. I needed that. I thought people were off this card. I hate this Kayo's list. Because it's so good against fucking FAI. Yes, the meta threat, FAI. I will still threaten lethal this turn. It just would have been nice if I could have come in for 5 instead of 3. Or 6 instead of 3. Man, that is frustrating. I can respond to it. Well, I don't need to break it. I could blank the Steel Victory. I needed it to be Chainlink 4. Like, I wasn't going to come in with Dragon Power there. Unless I had kept my boots. Alright, we're still in it. The second FAI got the war card, the RKO chat teched against it. For what? Like, oh my god. Could I not draw all of my blues? I feel like this game went from being extremely winnable. This game went from being very bad to being extremely winnable to being bad again. So I get to... God, so many fucking blues. 3 blue hand into 3 blue hand. All right, what is the best way that I get to do this? So I could Rise from the Ashes. We're definitely blocking with Shuko. I can Rise from the Ashes. Come in with Ronin for 4. Emberblade for 3. I only have 1 Phoenix Flame in my yard. So if this is my hand, I do Rise from the Ashes, attack for 1, break chain. Ronin, Searing Emberblade, FAI, Phoenix Flame. So I'm attacking for 1, 3, 3, 2. I get 3 cards out of Kayo. If my block is this, I Ronin Renegade, Searing Emberblade, Mounting Anchor, FAI, Phoenix Flame. So I get to do 3, 3, 2, 2. 3, 3, 2, 2 is better in this case. What if I do this and use my Tunic to pay for Mounting Anchor? That's just worse. Okay, so this is the block. I go to 1 to make sure Strength Draconic. He's going to lose the fealty. This should get Kayo's hand. A Fiddler's Green keeps him alive. But it doesn't let him keep cards. And I'm really hoping that the deck is going to respond and just give me a 4-card hand that kills him. Austin, I wanted it to be, I guess it could have been 2, 3, 3, 2. I wanted it to be 3, 3, 2, 2 because I wanted to make any Fiddler's Green have to block the Mounting Anger, if possible. Oh, sorry, this is going to be 3, 3, 2, 1 because I don't have a, I don't have Shuko anymore. right, so Kayo does get to keep a card, but goes to 1. JK. Kayo goes to 2, but yeah, the erase face there is good. Okay. Hey, it's a functional hand of cards. Sort of. I get to send 3, 3, 3, 4. So maybe. So again, we're taking cards. We're taking the hand possibly. A D-React keeps Kayo alive. Gonna play the display loyalty as late into the turn as I can, so that he can't steal victory again. All right. Do we get there? Do you have a 3 block or a 4 block? Or a 2 block would be nice too. Hey, we did it. Wow. We got super high rolled early. This was so bad. How much damage did we do that turn? 31 damage double Art of War turn that like wasn't even very good. All right. Okay. Now we got this. Now we're doing it. Sorry, that became even more. Don't put that on me. Oh, it's the same RKO. I mean, we'll go first this game. I'll if we're playing if we're getting the run back, then I'll go first and see what happens. No spreading, no D-reacts. Yep. Our question is our opening hand good enough to send? I don't like sending against Kayo on turn 0 because I don't want to put myself into a position where I get Fiddler's Greened, but I think this hand is good enough to just go. We get to send 3, 3, 4, 4, possibly something else, but even 3, 3, 4, 4, I get an arsenal. So we are going to attack and put ourselves in a spot where we can get Fiddler's Greened. Yippee, we did it. We beat that RKO that just like had the stone nuts all game. I mean, as much as I'm complaining about this deck, I did really like it. Like, it did cool things. I guess I was supposed to start with... I was supposed to play Fires there instead of the Blaze Headlong. Just because I could. And that maybe influences my next turn. Discard that. That's a pretty good draw. This guy's really teching FAI. Interesting question. Because we just played against this Kayo and we just saw a bunch of CNCs, I am going to get my damage now. I'm going to bank my fealty. I'm going to clear my arsenal. I'm going to put Kayo further below me on life. My thought there was I could save the display loyalty for if I find Phoenix War. Hey, he actually rolled normal. What a time. If I draw Phoenix War, I'm in a worse spot because I can't like go way over the top with a 5-card hand. But I at least don't get CNC'd. Ooh, that's a pooper. What does a Raise Face do? Like, I can definitely block here. Erase Face says that I cannot Emberblade. I could block 6, rise from, send 3, pass, Arsenal the Flame Call, have my Tunic up next turn, so I'm very set up for a big turn. I could block 3, send Flame Call Emberblade for 6 Arsenal to Rise. So I'm taking 3, sending 1 more. Fab Math would say that's bad. I believe then what I'm supposed to do is block 6, send my 3 Arsenal Flame Call. Rotten Remains is good into a lot of meta heroes, assassins and ninjas. Is it? Oh, true. You banish the Phoenix Flame. That is pretty good. Yeah, this Kayo came in here to ruin someone's day. It's mine specifically. The day of 5 players. Now you don't get it. Alright. RKO chat, was this really like, did you all just set out, you're like, you know who's going to be between Marionette, who got another 0 for 4, Ataya on a stick, between Acilio, okay, don't CNC me, because this hand is really good. Between Acilio, who got new Burn Bear, between Marionette, who got another 0 for 4, you know whose day we really need to ruin? You know who's really had it too good for too long? FAI. Did you all just conspire? I mean, that you are underhanded cheats, like you are reviled. So it is actually very thematic for you to come in 2. 1. Nice. It is actually very thematic for you to craft a deck that is specifically teched against the hero that just got support, and then go and troll future CC. So we do Flight Path. FAI was all, but when did you see FAI? That's what I want to know. So I block with the Flight Path. I am very much opening myself up to Flesh Bag, but I think it's fine. This is a snarky prick. Everyone remember that. It's a snarky prick in Arsenal. Oh, it's 0 power. That's right. Yeah, with 1 power, and the Phoenix Flame is 1. But yeah, it would get my, like, I guess nothing from me. Blue Brand, rest in peace. All right, we start with Ignite. Our FAI matchup was already bad. He's beloved, so we knew we'd see a lot of them when we teched back our Steel Victory. Is that something you're gonna do like all the time? Or is that just something you're doing because open format? Please don't banish my Ataya. Nice. We'll take that. Is this a Lava Burst turn? All right. I will trigger my Shuko with the Ignite. What is the rest of my turn? I am going to Emberblade, pitch Ataya, float 2 resources, Flame Call Awakening, find my Phoenix Flame, float 1 resource. I can Flight Path, Tunic my sword. I don't think it was a strange Flesh Path. I think he put me on it. It's definitely like preemptive. Mask here finds 6 damage Lava Burst. I think I want to do it because I do want to get as much of an early advantage as I can. I think I want to, I'm already down on life. Like, I think I do want to really establish a life lead over Kayo. It's possible that I telegraphed it too hard. Like, blocking with the boots, it's the same thing with Syndra. Blocking with the boots against a hero that has on hits usually says, I'm going to do the thing. So I might have telegraphed it too hard. Like, I am going to do the thing. What is my arsenal? Oh, it's a fire that burns within. There's a world where I don't Tunic Boots here because I might want my Tunic for fire next turn, but I'm still thinking about the Command and Conquer, and I'm still really trying to establish a life lead early. All right, let's break boots. Let me hit you. We're coming in for 9 damage this turn. If Kayo keeps a blue, he's also coming in for 9 damage. But I will be up. I will have the opportunity to block if I need to. I have a 5-carder. All right, Kayo, you definitely have a blue. Please hit a blue off the top of my deck. I drew so many blues last game. Blue one time. Never blue. This hand's just key. Like, I could block with a hot on their heels so that I maintain a life lead, but Kayo has very little armor. There's no flesh bag. Hot on their heels is 3 on offense, 3 on defense. It's also it's a Draconic Link that I don't need. It's gonna be Fire Tenant into 3, 4, 3, 4 draw. Nah, I'm an aggro deck. This is gonna put me lower on life, but like, okay. Also, if this is not a blue and he's just bluffing, then I'm up. It was not a blue and he was bluffing. Yeah, Audax, I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed with FAI right now. Like, this is, we're cooking. We're doing the thing. Who knew that Art of War is a good card? Let's come in with the hot on their heels next. Bluff the fact that I care about marking. Three, 4, 4 is better than 3, 3, 5. Like that. So thankfully we saw Arataya. We could, and we saw, did we see our second? No, we have not seen our second Warmongers. So we could definitely draw a Warmongers and be sad. And that's 2, and we discard the Phoenix Flame, and we draw Ignite that we are going to Arsenal. This is our Shuko trigger, but it's much better as a starter next turn. You tell him, Fire Chicken Man. Oh, okay. Just, yeah, that's fair. Sigil of Solace, Nimby in hand. So you get to, I mean, you get to 6 me, right? And then I do... This hand sucks. I have Tunic up. This hand just, I think, does 3, 3, 4, 4, 1, continue to sit on my Ignite. And then what? Then I do 3... Play Rise. This is a weird hand. I could definitely turn on both of these in Flames. I think this might be another hand that just sits on Ignite. Like, I'm constantly taking cards. He had Tunic, is how he could have Nimbied for 6. Yeah. Who knew that Art of War is a good card? Did you know that if your hero that already had a bunch of playables gets his best card back, he's probably good. Are you 5-pilling me? No, Austin, it's too aggro. You can draw 3 blue hands and fucking explode. Except not really, because we still won that game. Through a hero that was like super teched against us. Oh no. It's the mirror, the faded mirror. Just play the same thing, except we don't play a Taya. I mean, Warmongers here is like super bad, but we don't play Yoroi. You're on Flame Scale Furnace? This card is poopy. This hand is poopy. I mean, this hand does not function. Thankfully, I get 2 block. I probably could have put the Lava Burst in front of this. I just want the Lava Burst. I'm thinking more like I just need to... This hand needs a Draconic starter. So I guess the Lava Burst is going to be my next block. This right here is why I'm never going to play FAI. This hand wasn't bad. If I go first, this hand does 3/3/4. All right, this is going to get a lot... This is going to get a Display Loyalty. As I feel like there's a follow-up, and I want to put the 3 block in front of the follow-up in case FAI realizes that our hand like doesn't block and thinks about using Pouncing Links. All right, here I'm going to block 5. If FAI wants to come in with like Lava Burst, he can go for it. I guess there's a world where we just get blown the fuck up of like Phoenix Flame, Lava Burst, Flight Path, Pouncing Links, Lava Burst, and we just start the game super low. It might be bad for us. Yeah, our hand really did not block well. And I could be at 1 point higher life if I had blocked the Rising with the Lava Burst. Like, I didn't block super well. All right, this is what I expect from my Ninja Mirrors. Hey, this hand also sucks. Are we not... Do we have too few starters? Like, is that our problem? Come in with Fire Tenant. Three, 1, 3, 4. This is probably not the right way to sequence this turn. You know what wins Ninja Mirrors? Blazing Yoroi. Blazing Yoroi does not win Ninja Mirrors. It wins Syndra games. But FAI has this little tech that he gets to play against anyone playing Blazing Yoroi, which is Breaking the Chain. I'm just maximizing damage here. Like, this hand was not good. Which makes me wonder if I need to revisit how many blues are in my deck. I've had a lot of multi-blue hands. Oh, this only attacks for 3. That's right. All right, that was a really bad first turn. All right, this hand is a little better. Don't Phoenix War me, please. Yeah, I mean, we just don't block. I will tell you, Ninja Mirrors do suck. Like, the FAI mirror is so fucking bad all the time. And going second helps me in this matchup, but the fact that my opening hand was so bad means that I am going to lose this game. Like, already, the 3 cards that FAI has played this turn, the 3 cards that FAI has shown me, is better than what my entire last hand did. So if you don't want to play, like, the worst Ninja Mirror, then yeah, don't play FAI. This game might be what puts me off of playing FAI. I still need to cook the deck. Are you waiting for me? You banished a Phoenix Flame. Oh, right, to the Mounting Anchor. I thought to the Pouncing Lynx. I'm like, holy shit. Limited FAI mirrors were terrible. No, the FAI mirror is just like draw better. And I think the FAI mirror is bad for that. Like even the Kayo mirror, draw better, says that you can still get flesh bagged. Like Kayo has a bunch of blocking cards. I don't know. The FAI mirror is so like, if your opponent just double Art of Wars you, you're fucked. And even this hand is not great. Like this hand says that I'm not blocking this turn, but it's not a good hand. Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel like Ninja Mirrors are uniquely bad among the aggro decks. Yeah, Fire That Burns Within, discard the Phoenix Flame, you have Tunic Resource. Didn't FAI used to block decent? He still does. He still, like, I have 2/3 blocks in my hand. The problem is that the hand doesn't do anything without this blue. So I'm priced into not blocking with this. These only block 2. And now I'm just super far behind. The good news is that FAI can also brick from this position. So if like this hand is decent. I'm going to send this hand. It's going to do cool shit. If FAI draws the way that I drew last turn, he doesn't have his links anymore. He doesn't have a tunic. So he could also just draw like poorly. Seems like he's holding a 1 cost. So he took a bunch of damage there. But now it's my turn. No, it's not. I mean, we're not, like, cooked. My tunic is about to be up. This game is still winnable. It's just like, man, what a bad start. The FAI mirror is very bad. The FAI mirror has always been very bad. We are going to do the correct line this time, which is play fire before we attack with our sword. Wow, we marked the enemy FAI. We're so up. Oh, don't do that. All right, that goes on the chain. Now we activate FAI. Oh boy. Oh wait, I knew that. I thought I drew this card. I'm like, holy shit, we're so done. I mean, I could push more damage here. Like, I could break Pouncing Lynx, find, I guess Pouncing Lynx for Lava Burst here. No, because Inflame is going to trigger Arshuko. No. So I'm not going to break Pouncing Lynx. I'm going to sit on Lynx. I am going to attack with the Ember Blade. We're going to send Inflame for 5 go again. I'm going to Arsenal the Blaze Headlong. And I'm going to hope that FAI just doesn't have the nuts. Like, if FAI can't kill me, if I can block 3 and then FAI can't kill me through all of my armor, then I have a chance. Our Tunic is about to be up. We're going to have a 5-card hand. We have Pouncing Lynx. But the fact that FAI is not blocking from hand makes me think that we might be dead. Do I use Phoenix Form? I do not use Phoenix Form. God, the double blue hands. I at least have Display Loyalty, so Dragon Power is going to attack for 5. Please don't Phoenix War me. Please don't Phoenix War me. If anything, this game is showing the power of FAI just not on my side of the board. Showing the power of FAI on the other side of the board, which is killing me. Yeah, this FAI definitely followed the tech of draw better than your opponent does. I mean, my hand is not terrible. If I get to keep it, my hand does 3, 6, 10, 13, 14, 20, 25 damage. This is a 25 damage hand. It's not good enough. You've not FAI'd yet? Jesus. This is not a Shuko trigger. I think this one is just 2. This is 3. On a 4-card hand, still works. Coming in for 3 and 3. All right. I can live this turn. I get a crackback, but we ain't surviving. I get to send 16 damage back. Maybe FAI just bricks. Maybe FAI just draws like 4 non-starters. And we don't blow up. Pouncing Lynx is going to find Lava Burst. I'm just getting armor from FAI. Yeah, we drew poorly. Our FAI drew the nuts. Our opening hand, the hand that we drew to block with is like not great. It blocked for 9 total, so we leaked 3, which wasn't bad. It was the next hand we drew being very bad that lost us the game. I could, so I'm coming in for 7 total. I could come in for 9 total if I Tunic Pitch Phoenix Flame to Emberblade. That's not going to be enough. Oh, sorry, we only come in for 6 even. Then we are going to do this. So I don't have a Shuko anymore. This is the highest damage line. It at least forces FAI to do something. Alright, well. And now we die. Alright, FAI has a pooper over there. I mean, not really. The Phoenix Flame is a 0 power starter. That'll be enough to get FAI started. Reckless Swing one time. Where were you? You're late. If we'd had you last turn, I might have had a chance. Not really. I mean, I guess, maybe. Oh, you had the Phoenix. That's right. Okay, and now we die. Because this card doesn't block. I mean, shows the power of FAI, surely. Come on, man. Yeah, 20 value per turn. Come on, you're going to give us a good game. I'm going to give you an okay. Yeah, that was, I mean, even for as poorly as we drew, we still had 17.33. Just, yeah, not a very interactive matchup. It does make me think that we might need to go back to the old tech of Breaking Point, which was like the one thing we had for the FAI mirror. as a way to interact with what our opponent is doing. But that is going to be it for me, y'all. I had a couple of good games. I mean, the deck works. Like, if nothing else, the deck does things. We definitely got to fix the ratios. We were drawing too many double blue hands that make me think that we have too many blues. And I'm thinking, like, what if we cut some of the blues for yellow Rise from the Ashes, which aren't great, but they're at least something. We're going to fine-tune it. Doing that more tomorrow. We're going to fine-tune the deck a bit. We're going to run more FAI games. I'm excited about the deck. I think we got to figure it out. Like, breaking point for the mirror, probably. Fixing some of those ratios. Maybe even just, like, cut a blue for a breaking point. I don't know. I felt like I had a lot of games where my Tunic wasn't getting as much value as it could have, and having breaking points might fix that. Mounting Anger looks a little better if we're expecting a lot of the Draconic Ninja Mirror. We got things to fix. Appreciate y'all being here today. I will be back tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. More FAI brewing, more FAI games. Hope you're around to check it out. I hope you had a great time today. I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday. Thank you all for hanging out. We hit big numbers today. But until the next time I see you tomorrow morning, take care.